only different talk show. Now we are going to talk about students who drop out of school. So we want to know what causes students to drop out of school. Is it financial issues? Is it pressure or stress? Or are people just following their passion? So guys, I want to know, what do you say about the student dropouts?
When you talk about pressure, what do you mean?
Like pressure, like, there are sometimes like you find out that a student is doing like 8 modules in a short semester, like this semester, semester 2 is kind of short. He or she is doing 8 modules, and then you find out of those 8 modules, in a week, a student is supposed to write 4 tests or 5 tests. So some student can't really cover all those things, writing test after test. So we want to know, as they're writing test after test, are they able to cope or they're not able to cope?
Okay, for me, I think it can be financial problems, because nowadays we have bursaries. So for financials, like, it's sorted. If you're using cash, we have TUT, you only have to pay your registration fee. Then the whole year, throughout the year, you will be doing that thing for free. So it can be financial problems. As for the pressure, I feel like they can't give you 8 modules on the first year.
Okay, here's the thing. They can't give you 8 modules on your first year. But then there are students who don't know things about the student assistant. That thing,
you don't have enough information.
You don't have enough to which subject you must not take, because this is not a major subject, and this is
that can be a cause of dropping out. But if it's a must that a student must do 8 modules, that's what I was saying. They can't give you 8 modules your first year. So if they give you that 8 modules, mentally you have to be prepared.
In your first year, and
like in your third year, in your first year, they can't give you such things. So I feel like when as a student, you have to be mentally prepared. These are the kind of things that I'm going to be facing.
But you saying it's fine for maybe you're in 3rd year or 2nd year?
Yeah, in 3rd year they can give you such. I'm saying, I guess she's saying, these things are being caused by lack of information. So you find a student taking 8 modules just because she wasn't advised. But I'm saying, in a situation where is it a must? It's a must that a student must do 8 modules in that semester. It means that they have prepared you from your first year, your 2nd year, your 3rd year. That's why they will be giving you such things.
Then at least you're used to the
you should be prepared mentally. You should expect such things. And I feel like the major things she contribute a lot towards these things here dropping out. It's like when you are a 3rd year, like you feel like you know everything. Like say you used to that university, you don't attend your tutor's classes and all that. So Logoshafkaka exam, that whole test book, you can't do it on your own in a period of a week. So she contributed a lot towards failure. So logo attended it last hour. She should prepare mentally. Logo is just revision.
So Makaya pressure, maybe stress that causes you to drop out. It's a matter of how ready are you with your studies.
Yes. And you can't just drop out. For me, where I'm studying, like when you fail, like let's say you fail like a module twice, or you fail everything, we have psychologists. Like you go through that process. Like
you guys, do people use those things?
For us, they don't allow you to register. They block you. Then you have to go through that process. And then that psychology has to write a letter for them to unblock you so that you can be unable to register.
The only time when we call it the psychiatrist, when we have faculties, and you can go set up an appointment and you get to talk to a psychologist and all of that. Truth be told, I've never used it. Like the only time I went there was maybe to go create my CV, and that was like in my third year when I was like, I need to get things sorted out.
Yeah.
Like people don't use it.
So for us, if you have never failed, like you fine, they don't do that. For a student, for us in our school, for a student, like you doing like, what can I say, tax, then you fail this year, then that other year, the second year, they block that module. You can't register that module without going through that process.
So they give you sort of like a letter that shows that
you have to go through that process.
I mean, it's nice. It would be great if they would do it in most universities because you know they don't do that. I mean, I write my test. I have pressure now. My family is on my back.
Yeah. So yeah, for us, you have to go through that process.
So okay, what about students who drop out of school because they want to follow their passion? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? I just want to know, because as you can see, not many people who drop out of school and follow their passion really make it in life. Not most of them really do make it in life. They kind of go struggling in those kind of things. So
I mean,
what do you think about it?
It doesn't depend on whether you're saying something is your passion and you know you're not really good at the thing. You know, it should be. You should find a balance. You should know yourself enough to say that I'm gonna drop out of this, and you should know what to la shatira. I know I can do this. If I wanna be a singer, I know I can sing. Not me. I'm saying I'm gonna drop out. I'm gonna be singing, guys. You know very well I'm not talented at those kind of things. And maybe you're thinking I can't do this, but then you should put yourself out there first before you can drop out and say that I don't want to do this. I want to start following my passion. Put yourself out there. Say, guys, this is what I have. I am presenting this to you. Not that you need that approval from people, but I'm saying people, if you have realistic people around you, they can tell you that, you know what, this is good for you, you can do this. And maybe find people who can advise you. That's why maybe I'm going to have to refer back to having mentors or people who guide you in life in terms of taking decisions like that. Because, you know, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but you need to know yourself first. You can't just drop out. Not that I'm against it. I support following your passion. But I just feel like to a certain extent, you need to have an educational background. Yes. You need that. It's not good in, I'm going to be out there doing things. You know, sometimes we need, books are very important. Because, yeah. That's what I think.
Okay, and then... Okay.
To add that, a person, like, because the person that one thing at there is because like like shinga working out. I think it's because you present your ideas to the wrong people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like because when you can't find it, when I work to find. So I can't say this is my idea.
No, in terms of presenting your idea to the wrong people, there are things that you can do to prevent that. Sometimes you're gonna under the copyright. Like
let me tell you about the fundings. And in order for you to get funding, you have to have your business plan.
Yeah,
submit a business plan and then write tag. So, yeah.
I mean, it differs though, Mara guys. I don't know. I mean, following your passion, I support that because sometimes you never know. It's the one way where you can actually be great and change lives and do incredible things. But you just gotta try and have that background of saying, well, this is my passion. I love this, but always have a plan B. I don't know if I should call it that. A plan B of saying, if this doesn't work out, I know I can go this way. But I love this, I'm gonna do this. Who knows?
Okay, so I also wanna know this. Do you also think that some students who are dropping out of school, they're just looking for a easy way out just because so that they could not experience failure, pain, stress, all the reading, but then it's just the same thing just happens all over again, even though you put all your efforts.
I think it's an easy way out because when both are fail.
But then I just feel like failure, the first time when you feel failure, it has like shit. I know it has like shit.
The first
but then
time.
the first time you've experienced failure, it has like shit. But then, if you know what you're working for, I don't feel like failure
What
can
if-
take you that.
What if
down.
I try mara ni stock okay sharp aslok ending naman lawa ko banyikuin ashkolweni laba nga nyikwa mabukweni ashkolweni just going there just because some people buy ashkolweni I mean I want to have a degree
It's the system.
It's the system laying upon la South Africa. You right.
Okay.
You have to finish your grade 12, then you go to university. That Mara, I feel like our government should introduce like schools like Shaban Bakutirai Mavoko to prevent Kubana Bakutala Bangatambang for the because Balika a degree. Out for the financial local university, then when you go in your academics, then you go to it's just an example. So you go to that path, yeah. Go to the university, get your degree and whatnot. So I think minimum you know what you have to finish your metric. Then after if you got in needlework, you do now it's fashion design. You do that if you got drawing like because just because of the points.
Oh yeah.
You have to have this, but yeah. So it's just So I feel when work talabat just because if our government can introduce it's a university that people buy and then you do what you go right.
And also I find that in a space just like
Or maybe it should start logo in saying you get the information when you're still maybe in high school, when you're applying for university. Because even if we're talking about like the degree in accounting and in studying psychology or maybe in doing medicine, people don't really have the information of saying, yes, I want to do this specific, I want to take this specific career route because I am good in this. Guys, we just apply for things when we're still in high school and we don't have enough information, and you get to university, you realize
Mara, this thing back in the villages where I come from, they do these things, but they career, what doesn't it help?
We had it when we were in school. Did it help you?
For me, now from the start, I just knew I'm good with numbers, so I have to be with
so you
theory.
were not looking for...
it wasn't a passion. With theory, I suck. With numbers, I'm good with it.
Truth be told,
so,
if it were up to me, I would have wanted to find a way. I don't know how, but maybe find something that would help me find myself earlier in the process. Maybe when I was in grade 10 choosing subject, because truth be told, I chose sciences. I got to grade 11. I'm like, this physics thing is really not doing the most.
Can you do if we can, let's take you back to grade 10. Okay, grade 9, because we were doing accounting. Were you good in accounting?
Oh man,
that's the thing. So it means for the physics, it was your way out. Cause
no, the thing is, it was in my mind. I wanted to be a dietitian.
Oh, it was. I remember this dream.
I wanted to be a dietitian. I'm thinking, in order to be a dietitian,
you can't be doing accounting.
Yes, that's the thing. I didn't have the kind of thing of saying, but what exactly are you good at? Look within yourself and say, what can you do? And I think it also comes back to the same thing.
So what prevented you to follow your dream of being that
dietitian?
Is because of marks, or you just you know what, I don't want this anymore?
Well, I kind of changed my mind. I don't know what happened.
It sucks, then.
I kind of felt and when I did tell my dad at a point, I'm gonna do dietitian. So it's I've seen one in Guyana.
Only one.
One.
Like,
and I'm but you have seen one. Meaning it's there, it exists. It's not like it's not there. And then you tell people these things and they start saying, Where are you gonna work? What are you gonna do?
Mara, you like the people that were like the ones that were telling you what you were gonna do, what you gonna bang out this time, they were wrong. If it means we have one in Guyana, it means they are scarce.
Yeah.
Is it the correct word?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it means in the market you are going to get a job faster.
Let's look at reality.
No, I don't my job faster, Mara.
We have people who have
people go to.
I'm saying we have people who are like ba rangisa health ya bona mahlweni. Yes, we have.
Even if it's not kurangisa, you know, sometimes you get referred. You have
even with kids. I can tell you, with kids, you didn't get that. Like with kids, there are many challenges that you can face, and there is a GP. A GP, akunika what a dietitian would have given.
Mara, let's be honest, guys. So if I had decided I wanted to follow that, guys, physics and life sciences were showing me flames. That wouldn't have worked out. And of which I got to university and went into commercials. I went into a BCom and then I started doing accounting, of which I stopped doing in grade 9.
And did it work?
It was much better than.
So when now you're that dietitian thing,
you see, this is what I'm saying. Sometimes it's a matter of knowing who you are, finding the guidance of saying, this is what I'm good at. I mean, I don't know. It also comes back to the same thing with passion. You know, if I followed my passion to be a teacher, who knows? They have
Okay.
other people here.
So, as I said about students dropping out, okay, let's just look at it this way. If ever you look at your situation at home and you see that this situation is so bad that I need a diploma or a degree, and then you're still experiencing failure at school, do you think someone could also drop out maybe of that?
Yes, they can. But now,
And the stress that they get from
home, the pressure,
pressure.
when your mom calling you, when you call mama, I don't have like food, and she will tell you, you know what, my baby, even here we're struggling. Well, that pressure, even back at home, things are hard. But for me, I can say these degrees sometimes they helpful. I grew up in a family where I can say we're not rich and we're not poor. We're in between. And my mom, she's into farming. But when I look at things, I think when I have that knowledge, I can do much better into that business. So I think that degree sometimes we really need it in order to we don't need a degree in order to get a job. We also need those degrees for a knowledge.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah. So Mara, the pressure, that can happen. Mara, this is I have a brother who he received that NSFAS money, he used it for himself and even send it back home. So it depends when
because we also have people who struggle as they do at home. You know, it's bad home and they get to university, they get NSFAS, but you know what, you really can't see what's happening. They will waste the progress. Are you passing? What's happening? Are you thinking about the people back home? So in terms of pressure and back home, it's your thing. What's driving you to get to?
Yes, it's like your mind. Marana, I feel like you have to have a mentality of, I have to get my mother out of that mud house. I have to be like the son to my family. Like your mind. I think that struggles and hardships should motivate you.
It should.
But then not many people.
Let's look at our villages, guys. We come from
now where I come from, I can't say kunabantu poor, like poor they don't afford.
It's not a matter of saying they can't afford anything. You know, there are certain situations, guys. It's not like when your parents can give you food, they don't need you to go and make something out of yourself. Be productive. Like have the drive of saying, I know they can buy
This for
porridge
me,
for me. They
yeah.
can buy food for me. They can do this for me. But I need to get that situation to a better,
Yes,
make
yes.
it better. Don't
Yeah.
say that because I come home, I'm gonna be calling my mom, I need this, because peer pressure when you get to university is like, hey,
Too much.
it's there.
Mara,
Left and
isn't
right.
it the money that the government is giving you enough?
Enough for what?
I'm asking, enough for you to survive.
Really?
Like, can't you buy pap and tin fish and whatever and you survive throughout the money?
You know, when I started using NSFAS, I only got my NSFAS footer for books. I only got it in March. I got mine for March.
Like, now with the people that I know, like, they know what these things happen. Yako, you can apply for this funding, Marayata, like by June. So I think that's what I was telling you. That's what I was telling you yesterday. Where parents should be prepared. You can't wait for results to come out. You know what? My child passed, and then he goes say that means that the funding. You know, even if you don't believe in your child, when your child and then metric, start preparing there.
I mean, if you have something to prepare,
Yes.
if you don't, it's another case, because now my child has to register, now my child has to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, as you've heard us with all our opinions, so then we'll be waiting on your opinions. So then subscribe to our page and all of those other stuff. Bye. Peace.
Ciao.
We're out.